I'm going to tell you about a crazy story about this one kid that I know, right? So this one person that I know, he was like not even a 2 or 3 star in high school. He was very hard, worked hard. He was very determined. He was one of those guys. He was like the leader of the team. He was the team captain or of the team, but he wasn't the best player on the team, but he was a great player. He never necessarily got the chance to shine, but he was behind maybe like a 4 or 5 star. But the guy, he was an amazing guy on and off the field, right? He was a believer too. Let me tell you more about the guy, right? So not only did he not come out of high school unranked, but he went to California, a California JUCO. He went to a California JUCO just to go 2-8 over the course of 2 years. He went 2-8, and not that a lot of people told him to leave, and he was going to get his, but he was so determined, and he was almost delusional in the fact that he was going to win regardless of what the outcome was. Right? This guy that we're talking about faced depression and anxiety and worries, and spent his last on training and not working a job, and made so many sacrifices. But one thing about this guy is he never stopped. He never stopped. Like everything that he did, he was in pursuit. And not only was he in pursuit of his dreams, but he was in pursuit of God during these things, right? So during these times of trials and tribulations, he's doing everything right. He's showing up to practice. He's showing up to weights. He's hitting the numbers. He's hitting the PRs. He's doing all these great things, right? He's studying the plays. He's doing everything. He's catching balls. He's doing every single thing, right, that he needs to do. Practice. He's showing out. He's doing everything. But yet the coach doesn't play him. But even on the sidelines, even on the game days, the coach doesn't even play him, even though the kid does everything right. Fast forward, his sophomore season, this guy fractures his ankle. And not only does he fracture his ankle, but he fractures his ankle, then has to take a semester off of going into the school he transferred for. Now, those of you who know, JUCO ball, you're supposed to transfer from your school to a D1, D2, D3, etc. But the kid, he would work so hard. He was a great player, but he fractured his ankle. So he didn't have a lot of looks. He didn't have a lot of offers. Plus, he didn't play. So this kid ended up taking a whole semester off of football, watching his best friends, watching his friends and family and all his close people who are playing football ball out, and he had to watch. But as he was watching, he never stopped, though. He continued to grind. He continued to grind. He continued to grind. And when the time finally came, he ended up going to a small school in Michigan. Now, it was an NAIA school, right? It was an NAIA school, but I know this kid was really good, and he knew that he had his chance, right? So he went to the NAIA school, but before he went, 6 days before he went to the NAIA school, his best friend passed away. His best friend of 12 years passed away. So not only does he go to the NAIA school, but he goes to the NAIA school depressed, worried, and anxious, almost wanting to quit on all of the work that he had done, but he knew that he couldn't stop. So what did he do? He went to the NAIA school. He balled out at the NAIA school. Not only did he go to the NAIA school, and he balled out, and he got almost everything he wanted, what he prayed for. He knew that in the fall, in that season, it was almost his time to shine. He's never had this shine almost since high school. It was almost his time. And then guess what happens? The Lord tells him not to go back. So all this work that he's put in for years and years and years since high school, all the work that this guy ends up doing, all the work, all the trials and tribulations he's been through, and he just all that for God to tell him not to go back. But all of a sudden, God decides to use him off the field to make him more impactful than he was on the field. Ain't that something? And I have no idea what this kid is at. I have no idea what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to be a trainer, if he's going to help people, what he's doing, if he's going to impact. I have no idea. But one thing that I do know about this kid, if that kid can get through all of that and more and still impact people and still be successful, why can't you?